This is Emily from Emily Plans Life, and today I'm going to show you how I do my Disney planning. My husband and I are pass holders at Disney, Walt Disney World in Orlando, and we go several times a year. So, of course, I have a lot of Disney stuff and keep it all organized right here. So this was an older cover. I can't remember actually what it said on this heart, but I used a Disney sticker for Mickey and Minnie here just to make it a little more Disney. And then I'm using the Mickey Mouse discs here. It's a little bit hard to see, but they are super cute. And I just want to show you how I have this organized and then all the goodies that I use to help keep me organized. When I'm on vacation, I don't need like a huge planner, so I have this one set up where it's on mini discs and I just add in whatever I need for that trip. So like the itinerary, any to-dos, everything like that goes right in here. And then this is an older pouch from the Happy Planner back when it was Create 365, but the polka dots just kind of give it a little bit of a Disney touch, I think. So I usually keep these close by so that I can just grab them for a trip. And then I have a couple of really cute little page markers here. I'll try to link where those came from. I need to find who it was from, but I'm pretty sure I have them tagged in one of my Instagram posts over at Emily Plans Life on Instagram. So I do like to use these as well. They look super cute peeking out from the planner. So how cute is that? Love. All right, so one way I have my stuff organized, like all my papers and things like that, is I have used, this is on expander disc. This one is just on classic size discs, but I've used some covers and just, I put all my stuff in here. So this one on the expander disc, I've got one page marker here and then some half sheets, which these are really good. There's always a list of things that I've got to do, but there's usually a list that my husband has to do because I always seem to be working like till close the night before we leave. So I will make a Joe list right here. So that's very helpful. And then I have obviously collected a lot of the Disney papers, not every one, but I use these for different things. These actually weren't Disney, but when I say Disney, like I mean Disney and Universal Orlando. We are pass holders at both, and so I think the magical part, even though this isn't a Disney paper, I think it works really good, especially for trips to Universal where they have all the Harry Potter stuff. So this is another really useful sheet that I like, and I've got these all in here. Just every trip I grab, maybe 2 or 3. I like to use this one for packing lists. I think Minnie is adorable there. This one's a really good one too. Do you guys like lined or grid paper better? I feel like I always look for lined papers. That's just kind of what I gravitate towards. Here's another cute one that I think is good for packing lists. And then this little dot grid Mickey. So I keep all of those in there. Again, just grab 2 or 3 depending on the trip. And then this other one, I have a few other things organized. I have some of these little pockets. I don't use them a ton, although I do really like them. Sometimes I'll stick one in my little travel planner, this one here, just so I have, somewhere to stick any little papers or like, if you go to Epcot and they have one of their festivals, you could stick that in there. And then this one, I guess I really need, hold on. This really needs to go over here. So these are some of the dividers that I have for Mickey stuff. And I do use these other times too, not just for Disney trips. Okay, so I've got those. This is a little folder that I kind of Disney-fied a little bit. This is an old planner or folder that they made, and I just used some round Mickey stickers, scattered those around, and then added a little Mickey down here at the bottom. So I thought that turned out pretty cute, just a little bit of touch. And then as years have gone on, they have made like those little companion packs, maybe they were called. I can't remember, but so I have a couple more in here. My friend Jessica gave me this one. So I stick my folders in here. I do like to put one of those in my travel planner as well because I don't generally get park maps because I don't need a map, but sometimes, you know, a friend might ask me to bring some back for her planning or something, so I'll stick those in there. Next, I have a bunch of tabs. So I've been lucky and found some planners on clearance. So whenever I get those, I really like to keep the tab dividers. So I use this to store all those in, and then if I need another one, I can just grab it. And then I also have some extra pages here. These are from a blank, or from an undated vertical happy planner I found on clearance. And that's actually what I use to plan my itineraries. So back into my regular kind of storage travel planner, I have a bunch of those sheets back here just so I can grab them, and then that was the overflow. But I just re-tab my, name my little tabs over here. And the way I've divided it up is by year. I think I started doing this sometime in 21, so I just threw the 2020 ones in there too. But, you know, I'm going for function here, guys. Like, it is not always the prettiest, although stickers help. I don't always use stickers. It just depends on the trip. But in general, across the top, I put which park we're going to. Sometimes I'll put the park hours. Sometimes I do where we had breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then if there's any other little things that I need to remember for that day, like, you know, get a boarding group for something, or buy Genie Plus, different things like that, those little notes will go down here. So I've always used a vertical for this planner because I do, like, we often park hop and go to a different park for the night. So I like to, sometimes I'll do like the morning stuff and then the evening here. So just depends. Again, sometimes I do more stickers, sometimes I don't. One difference here, like this was, you know, listed for Monday through Sunday, which worked out, but on this first one, like, I just make it work for me. So I whited out the days of the week and I changed this to Sunday through Saturday because that was how our trips went. So the last day I always do have our list for like what we need to do as far as driving home. If I need to make sure the air's turned on, if I need to do a Walmart pickup or a delivery or something like that, I make those notes. This was in May 21. I actually don't know that I've done this again, but I really like looking back through it. I kind of did a little journaling over here on this side. So I had used one of the filler sheets and I just taped or glued it on the back of this itinerary sheet. And I just made some notes about what we did. Like this time, you know, we went to, this was our first trip to Buc-ee's, driving down from Tennessee. We stopped at the Daytona one. And then this week, this trip, the Velocicoaster was opening at Universal Orlando. It was like a soft opening. So we left Disney and went over there. So that was really cool. You know, just fun stuff here. And I do like to include the hours. This was a weekend trip. So again, the dates worked okay. The days of the week, Thursday through Sunday. So I was still doing the, you know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner thing over here, and then listed the parks that we went to. This was September. So again, some cute cute stickers here. Sometimes I just go ahead and decorate these before I start, and then I fill in what I fill in. Obviously some empty spots over here, but that's okay. And then sometimes I don't use any stickers at all. So this was kind of a quick I don't know that it was really a quick trip, but it was just a quick plan. So I didn't put any stickers in. At the end of the tab divider, so again, this was 2020 to 2021, I will put any notes that I had for the trips for that year. So, you know, the beginning of, or the end of 2020, we stayed at Pop Century, so I have our plan, our information there. These are to-dos that I used. This was actually just a daily sheet that I added some stickers to make it a little Disney. So I had all those there. Have our packing list. And then another sheet I really like to do is ones that are for like things I don't want to miss at each park, because when you go to Disney very often, you realize there is always something new going on, whether it's a limited time dessert that they have, or maybe they have special characters, or it's the anniversary of Peter Pan, or whatever it is. Like sometimes there's new magic shots available for the photographers. There may be a limited edition mural up, you know, one of the Disney walls. So there's always something going on. This one I made just really quick on one of those non-Disney papers. But for Universal, like there was a holiday magnet that we could pick up. I definitely had to get hot butter beer. If you know, you know, because it is the best butter beer. Earl the Squirrel is another fun thing that they have for the holidays at Universal, so we wanted to check some of that stuff out. And then made some lists of Magic Kingdom. That's when they kind of started the cavalcades, when Disney had reopened from the pandemic. So checked off who we got to see of those. And then here's Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, and Epcot. So another thing I do is sometimes figure out my outfits. Not that I'm like a fashionista at all when I'm at Disney, because I'm not. But, you know, I don't want to end up at the end of my trip with like my only clean shorts and a shirt that totally don't match. So sometimes I'll figure out what I can wear with which pants and stuff like that. This was another just little to-do list of things that I needed to pack for different places, like what I needed in my small purse. I think this trip, we kind of broke our trip up a little bit. Like we maybe drove to Savannah or Daytona or somewhere. So there were a few things we were going to need that night, but the rest we could leave in the car, that sort of thing. This one, I had made a list of, there was 2 different exits on the way down. This was in Savannah. So we were kind of making a list of where we could stay to check out and what else was around there. And then here I used non-Disney daily sheets. So anyway, all of this just to say that I like to kind of go back on some of these notes sometimes, because it is helpful. I'm like, oh yeah, I went in, you know, December of 21. So here's the things that I needed. You know, it can be really hot down there, but it can also be really cold in December and even January. Like we have needed serious jackets when we were down there, not just a, you know, North Face rain jacket or something. And then this was really cute. So I do have some stickers that I keep in addition to all the Happy Planner ones, but I've got a few that I like to use here, and I'll show you some of those real quick. The ones I use here, I think were from Crystal. She is a Disney planner now, but she doesn't show her decorative planning, but she also had a sticker shop at one point, and so like this was one from her, and then this Christmas one. Oops, hold on. Okay, yeah, this Christmas one. I had used some of her stickers over here just to make my can't miss list cuter here. So one for each park. And then these back here are some of my Harry Potter ones. Most of these are from Pumpkin Paper Company. And then some other ones are, I'll link her. I can't think of what her name is right now. But anyways, I keep all those here in my little paper, or my little Simply Gilded sticker organizer, super handy. I also like these, the Pumpkin Paper Company. These are really cute for treats that are happening, if you're going with your friends. These are Disneyland castles, but I don't care. They're still cute. These are really good for Epcot because, you know, it's got some dolls from several of the countries that are represented there. And then, of course, some Star Wars. The other that I got from Pumpkin Paper Company, these are little Harry Potter ones in Gryffindor. Super cute. And I haven't used these yet. I really like these from the Weasley twins. Super cute. So I like to use those stickers sometimes when I don't want to use my Happy Planner ones. And then I'll have a couple others here in this smaller one. These are from the Fruity Sticker Company. So I have some little ears there. I think that was the only ones that are Mickey. Yeah. Okay. So on to 22. Again, I just kind of kept going through and kind of change things up a little bit. Some days I will use, these are just little post-it notes from Planner Babe collection, and I'll add in like the hours for each park. This I tried a different way because it was like different hours half the time we were there. So I made an hours list for each day that we were there. This is a longer trip. This was one I don't know what happened here. I didn't really obviously use it very much. These were not Disney stickers, but they kind of worked. Believe in magic. And then this one I thought was really cute. We had a really last minute opportunity to go for 4th of July in 22. So that was really fun. We'd never gone for that. So, you know, I'll combine non-Disney stickers with Disney stickers. This was one where it was like no white space practically, which is not generally my style, but I love to look back on this. So super fun. We had done a combo trip where we, you know, like stayed at Hard Rock Hotel, because when you stay at an on-property, well, certain on-property hotels at Universal, you get fast passes for check-in through checkout day. I added as many cute little stickers as I possibly could to this one, and I really like how that worked out. Another way I do hours is on this one, kind of made like a little grid. It can get a little complicated during certain months of the year, like basically August through December at Disney, because there's a party half the nights of the week. So at Magic Kingdom, they have Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, and then they have the Christmas party. And so on those nights, Magic Kingdom will close earlier. So you have to really account for that when you're planning out which day you want to go. We like to go on party days because it's a lot less crowds. But I don't, you know, if I wasn't a pass holder, I probably wouldn't choose to go to the park that day, to Magic Kingdom that day, because, you know, you want to get your money's worth. It's not cheap. Okay. So this was again another no sticker spread, and then that was the end of our itinerary pages for 2022. So I've got our to-do list, our packing list, outfit planning a little bit here. Anything else? This was some more of like a Joe list that I was talking about earlier. That is something that's helpful so that he can remember everything that I need him to do, because I'm not going to be here to do it. Another one of those sheets where it was like, okay, these are the things I want to see. So again, at the holidays, you know, each park is going to have their own thing, but then, there was like there's a lot of gingerbread things. So over at the Contemporary, the America Pavilion had some gingerbread houses. So there's always lots of things there, and I like to keep track of all those. Sometimes the rides, like the Guardians, had a holiday mix music thing that was playing instead of their standard, you know, one of 6 songs. And then like Living with the Land has Christmas lights. Spaceship Earth has holiday lights. So lots of fun stuff to keep up with there. And then 2023, I used these like iridescent sort of picture or stickers because we had a preview for the Tron roller coaster. That was one thing. As pass holders, we sometimes get previews for stuff, so it's really cool way for us to go see some of that. And then again, I made a list of things that this was a really quick trip, so just a few things to check on. So the Grand Floridian, they had their Easter eggs painted. We were going to do Tron. This was when the Mandalorian and Grogu had started meeting, and then there were new topiaries for Flower and Garden. So wanted to make sure I did all those. A very quick spread here. Again, I did a grid of the park hours for each place, and then we wanted to make sure that we saw Happily Ever After because that was when it had come back after Enchantment was over. And then I tried to resist, but I really couldn't resist the new mini sunshine stickers. They're just too cute, so I had to get those. All right, and then I use one more divider back here to kind of keep like my new place. We're going back in September, so I will start planning that trip pretty soon here. And since I'm not done with this 2023 one yet, I've actually got my list for that, for those trips right here. So my packing list and all those sort of things. Our last trip we actually called it the backpack edition because we actually went backpack only, which is a miracle for anybody who knows my husband. But it was a stretch for me too, but we got everything just in a personal item on Allegiant. So if you have any questions about Disney planning, I would love to help you with that. Whether you're using a Happy Planner or not, I love talking Disney anytime. So please reach out and then let me know if you have any other ideas about how you would set up a Disney planner or a trip planner, and any ideas that you might have for me. All right, thanks for tuning in. If you don't already, hit the subscribe button and then follow me over at Emily Plans Life on Instagram. Thanks. Have a great day.